Good evening. Welcome to Secrets of the Stones. Tonight's stone is apophyllite. Apophyllite is a transparent stone that appears in clear white, green, pink, and rarely violet shades. Its name is derived from the Greek word for flake off. In nature, it is found in four-sided structures with terminated crystals that emit a bright clarity. It is frequently seen paired with stilobite, a framework silicate, in the form of clusters, and can be found in India, South Africa, and the United States. Apophyllite has a fairly complex formula. It is composed of hydrated potassium, calcium, sodium, silicate, fluoride, hydroxide. By enhancing hydration, it helps move the qi and fluids in the defensive, nourishing, and source levels, which reflect the outer and innermost levels of the body, respectively. The defensive level is the level of the skin, and it protects against exterior pathogens. The nourishing yin level is the blood level, and the source yuan level is the essence level, where the kidneys store the essence. It is the deepest level. Potassium in the stone regulates the triple energizer meridian and affects the heart and the lungs. Potassium emphasizes the alkalizing effects of calcium in the chest region, and it affects calcium, which has an effect on the heartbeat because it affects the sinoatrial node of the heart, which controls the heartbeat. Fluoride present in apophyllite can promote latency or storage or detoxification, depending on where it is placed on the body, the treatment time, and the presence of other stones. Because it is relatively soft, apophyllite affects acute conditions quickly. The primary function of apophyllite is to regulate and generate fluids, as it hydrates the nourishing blood and source or hormonal fluids, which are created by the kidneys. Apophyllite creates a warm and comforting effect. And when the deeper levels are hydrated, the outermost defensive way level can relax as well. And this means hydration for the skin. The high water content gives it the ability to conduct qi, or life force energy, throughout the environment and the body. Its high water content makes it beneficial for use in any stone formula. Apophyllite has a strong relationship with the metal element. Its tetragonal crystal structure is very organized, which gives it the ability to stabilize the vertical and horizontal axes of the body and maintain stability in the upper and lower regions. This structure also gives the stone a harmonizing effect. Because of its clarity, apophyllite can help us see our roles in life more clearly. Energetically, this stone traverses the level of the skin. Its effects can primarily be felt in the chest area. It has a strong affinity for the lung and stomach meridians. The sweet and spicy taste tonifies and invigorates the fluids of the lungs and stomach, encouraging the release of pathologies to the exterior. Apophyllite also helps establish communication between the heart and the kidney meridians by bringing kidney qi up to meet the heart. The stone is formed in the deep layers of the earth, which relates to its effect on the deepest level of the body, especially the source or essence level. Its formation in the yuan level of the earth, the source level, gives it access to the deeper levels of energy in the body. Its spicy taste encourages the release of pathologies to the exterior, defensive level. Hence, the stone is able to release latent pathogens that have been lying dormant. Apophyllite is a sheet silicate, which makes it beneficial for addressing greater Taiyang conditions, such as allergies and the common cold. The greater Taiyang meridian is the bladder meridian, and it is a water meridian paired with the kidneys. It is the first to be affected by the exterior pathogens. Releasing pathogens during the early stages of a disease prevents them from moving to the deeper levels, and supplying this meridian with enough water will help release the pathogens as well. By regulating the qi and nourishing body fluids, Apophyllite helps release colds, sinusitis, and issues that have affected the respiratory and sensory orifices. So what are the functions and uses? Well, this stone has a tetragonal crystal structure and an affinity for the lung and large intestine temperament. The Metal Temperament, I've done a video on this and I will link it at the end, about how we all resonate with one or more of these temperaments that are related to the 5 elements. And the Metal Temperament is related to the element of metal, the lung and large intestine meridians, and tetragonal crystals. So tetragonal crystals can be used to affirm this type. But in general, tetragonal crystals have a harmonizing effect. They resonate with the rectangular bones of the humerus and the femur. The lung meridian starts on the chest and travels to the thumb. The large intestine starts on the tip of the index finger and travels up the arm, along the humerus to the chest. So this is why the resonance occurs on these areas. And tetragonal crystals are beneficial for a loss of physical or emotional balance, to redefine life from a more balanced point of view, and for feelings of guilt concerning a lack of productivity. Apophyllite generates Jin and Yi fluids, which are thin and thick fluids, such as the lymphatic fluids and the hormonal fluids. It regulates fluid metabolism and strengthens and regulates the qi. It is indicated for skin conditions such as burns, dry or flaky skin, rashes, itching, and allergies. Apophyllite is beneficial for those with cold, clammy hands and those who experience excessive sweating. It is beneficial for respiratory conditions such as sinusitis and the common cold. Apophyllite alleviates dryness in the sensory organs and can help treat glaucoma and cataracts. The liver meridian is connected to the eyes, and nourishing the yin energy of these kidney and liver meridians can be beneficial for alleviating dryness. Apophyllite absorbs and clears heat in the chest and is helpful for those with high blood pressure. The stone is helpful for people who smoke out of nervousness, and it quells excessive desires. It has a calming effect on those who tend towards a moderate behavior or addiction. In addition to clearing heat, apophyllite releases fire toxins, poisons, and accumulations. It has the ability to release latent pathogens and to repair the DNA or essence. Apophyllite calms the spirit or shin and is helpful for treating insomnia, depression, and shock because it helps the heart and the kidneys communicate. Apophyllite is especially indicated for long-term depression or sadness that has affected the lungs. Its association with the metal element gives the stone the power of creating order, which can be helpful for those who are drifting through life or who feel as though they lack direction. When the metal element is weak, there can be a tendency towards guilt over the things that have not been done correctly. If these beliefs are held onto, excess heat may evaporate the body fluids. This can manifest as respiratory or skin conditions and allergies, especially allergies that are caused by nervousness. When used intentionally, apophyllite helps cultivate the travel palace, which is different for everyone and can be found by looking at your Feng Shui 9 pillars number. It's especially beneficial for astral travel. This stone can be placed next to the bed at night to promote the reception of prophetic dreams. Apophyllite can be used to enhance Qigong practice, massage, and Reiki practice. Its hydrating nature gives it the ability to conduct Qi strongly. So what are the practical applications? This stone works best when it is applied topically. When it is taken as an elixir, it can only be used for a short period of time and for acute conditions. The terminated structure gives it directionality. Crystals that are double terminated, such as apophyllite, have a bioregulating effect. You can massage the fleshy part of the palm at the base of the thumb with a wand made from apophyllite to affect the lung channel and to address skin conditions such as dryness. You can massage the hand and wrist with an apophyllite stone to treat carpal tunnel syndrome. Hold the stone in the hands, wear an apophyllite pendant touching the conception vessel 17 point in the center of the chest, directly between the two nipples, or tape the stone behind the ball of the foot on kidney 1 to conduct Qi during Qigong, massage, or Reiki practice. You can place the stone on the inner corner of the eyes, bladder 1, to calm the Shen and to promote a deep, restful sleep. This placement also alleviates fatigue in the eyes. When placed on points along the lung meridian pictured here, the stone absorbs heat that can cause tremors in the arms and hands, such as is seen with Parkinson's disease. You can hold an apophyllite amulet or talisman to protect the body from the spreading effect of chemotherapy and radiation, to moisten dry skin or dry mouth, and to moisten and soothe the lungs. This placement is especially helpful for treating asthma caused by dry phlegm that has irritated the lungs. Place several apophyllite crystals around a chair during a Reiki session to enhance Qi conductivity. This stone can be powdered and mixed with a medium, such as sesame oil or grapeseed oil, and apply it as a poultice to treat psoriasis. Caution: the elixir should only be taken for a short period of time. It is only indicated for acute conditions. Because it is relatively soft, the minerals can leach into the water. There is a special technique to make elixirs. I've done a video on elixirs, but this particular elixir is created by soaking apophyllite for 8 to 12 hours in a glass of spring water. You can drink this elixir to hydrate the body. You can add a pinch of sea salt to the water while the stone is soaking to draw its hydrating properties out and to intensify the elixir's effects of tonification and dispersal. However, be forewarned that adding salt will also drain the stone of its life force energy and make it impossible to use again or to recharge. This resulting elixir can be taken for a short period of time to regulate an irregular heartbeat, to alleviate coughing, wheezing, and allergies or shortness of breath caused by dryness in the lungs, and to clear or prevent heat from burning the tissue in the lungs of chronic smokers. In the case of chronic smokers, the elixir is said to have a quick effect. The elixir can be used as a wash, a spray, or compress to treat dry or wrinkled skin, dry skin, or psoriasis around the joints, and heat in the chest region. There are several indications of apophyllite depending on the color, so let's see. Clear apophyllite consolidates the source, or essence, by directing the outermost defensive Qi into the source level. Clear apophyllite elixir is used to reduce the loss of essence and protect the body from metastasis. It is said to be protective against radiation and chemotherapy and is beneficial for treating impotence and infertility. Please do not take this as medical advice. These and see a qualified doctor if you have any of these problems. But these stones are used, and in the way they're used for a long period of time, but apophyllite is one of the stones that can only be used for a short period. Green apophyllite moistens the influids of the liver. It hydrates and restores the transmission of nerve impulses to the muscles to treat seizures and convulsions, which is a common symptom of liver wind and heat attacking the liver, evaporating the influids of the liver, and allowing yang to rise up uncontrollably. Green apophyllite elixir may be taken to address sequelae of stroke. And again, use discretion. Pink apophyllite clears heat in the blood. It is especially effective for clearing heat in the blood level that has come to the surface. Heat in the blood level that has come to the surface usually manifests with skin eruptions that are purple or dark red and that become worse at night. And pink apophyllite is said to clear this type of symptom. White apophyllite, not to be confused with clear apophyllite, moistens the influids of the lungs. It moisturizes dry skin and is helpful for treating psoriasis or dry skin around the joints, which is seen in psoriatic arthritis. This stone can also be combined for a short period of time with stones that have a quick effect or require a quick effect to work. When paired with scolecite, apophyllite breaks up mucus and phlegm congestion in the chest. Moss agate and apophyllite work well together. Moss agate brings energy to the lungs, expels stagnant phlegm, and clears inflammation, as well as tonifying the qi. When combined with peridot, apophyllite helps treat warts and viral conditions that have an element of dampness, such as with human papillomavirus. And of course, do not take this as medical advice. Cleanse apophyllite under running water for 30 minutes to 1 hour once a week. It should not be cleansed with salt, a substance that will drain the stone of its hydrating properties. And here are some images of apophyllite. Well, thank you for joining me tonight on Secrets of the Stones. I hope you're having a wonderful evening or day, and I'll see you next time.